I don't know if I necessarily have a type. I like big goofy guys. Honestly,
just describing me.
So I had a feeling we were going to talk about this. I feel like out of anybody at Barstool, like my top two would be.
All right, everyone, welcome to Out and About. Old Nana and Trish are in two separate places. I'm going to be holding my mic here so I don't sound stupid. Joey is in Chicago. I'm in New York.
Right.
And you had yourself a night.
No, due to zoning laws, I have to be here because of the Girl Scout cookie scandal.
Miss? You want to talk about a scandal?
What time is it?
Here, it is 11:33 a.m.
11:30?
3. Now she's an hour behind.
Well, who makes a central time? Just either pick a struggle. It's like there's enough going on here between the poverty, the crime,
You got the poverty,
the migrant hotels, and like it's like
not to get political.
And you have to have a time difference. Like Nana's confused enough when she wakes up.
Well, Nana doesn't know where she is, but we are going to know where we are in 2 days. We're 2 days out from Atlanta. 2 days out from hot Atlanta, which means everyone, you motherfuckers who are in the area, you better show up and you better show out because Dan and Trish are bringing the heat, okay? That's on May 2nd, this Thursday.
I really hope that our audience is 90% black. Otherwise, I'm going to be pissed off.
Why?
Because I love black people. You know that.
Of course. But she's a diversity queen.
Yeah, but if I want like hot Atlanta like trap music and like I want like twerking on cars. I want corn chips. I want like.
Are you describing the Freaknik?
That may be.
Are we hosting an HBCU Freaknik party at Punchline Atlanta?
People are going to be showing up in golf attire. I want acting up. I want people to be acting up.
You want to act crazy.
Act up, yeah.
And you want to act wild.
I do, and I also I'd like to get involved in the upper echelon as well of the hip hop community.
Well, we're going to Buckhead, darling. That's the nicest area in Hotlanta.
That's not where like Lil Wayne hangs out.
I don't think Lil Wayne is from Atlanta. Lil Wayne is from
New Orleans.
Okay,
but who's from Atlanta then?
Ludacris, Jermaine Dupri, Nene Leakes.
Okay.
Of course, Luda. Should we put Luda on our poster and say Ludacris is coming to our show to see if people show up and show out?
I think every other sentence we just scream Luda in the audience.
Should we not even perform? Should we just turn it into a dance party, a twerk off? Petey Pablo and the Yin Yang Twins show up?
Maybe a step show.
I'm excited. We have to. Are you going to make an Atlanta playlist?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe we add a couple songs to it. Maybe to
the Yin Yang Twins. They're probably from Atlanta.
I love the Yin Yang Twins.
You know one of them is an amputee, and I can never listen to their music again after I found out.
Who is a Yin Yang Twin amputee?
Vinny, please Google it.
You're on the screen, so I got to do it. Oh, he's got it on his phone.
On my phone.
Yin Yang
I know
Twins.
I know they're missing fingers, and I had to stop listening to the music, unfortunately, due to my condition.
Yin Yang Twins amputee. Leg. Oh.
And if leg, I should have had a finger.
Whatever.
God forgive me. I'm not being mean. It's just my biggest fear in the world.
That's okay. It's all right. We all have our fears. Yours is people without limbs. Tell me more about Chicago. How is it? It's hot as fuck here in New York. It's 80 degrees. Summer is upon us.
It's very beautiful here, and I finally found the nice area.
Good.
Finally.
Because it was scary for a while. It was just like slums before, but now I found like a Bottega Veneta. I found I found things.
Did you find?
I had a lovely dinner last night. I spent $600 by myself on dinner.
Oh Jesus! I saw Nana got into the sweet potatoes. Nana got into the oysters. Nana got into.
How did she treat herself?
Nana had how many martinis? Over under 3.
Oh, at dinner I had 2. No, I had 1 martini, 1 Manhattan. The Manhattan was $38. By the way.
Okay. Well, you're rich.
I know, but I'm saying a $38 martini, and it was a $38 Manhattan. And they put all these bells and whistles and fancy words into it, but it was like literally the biggest flex is a round ice cube. I said, girls.
I hate that shit.
But yeah, the steak was unbelievable. There's truffles on my potatoes.
You're just alone. They're going, holy shit, he's gotten more. They go. Now we heard that there was a Nana on the East Coast. Apparently she's made her way to the Midwest. Oh, you in the Midwest? You must love it there. So the food is good because you would always shit on Chicago and say the food is trash.
No, I never shitted on Chicago. I said it wasn't. I said in Chicago doesn't have
main character energy. Why?
Which we still don't.
It's growing on you though.
What is it?
It's growing on you though. It seems.
I live here now. I've been here. This is my 3rd trip here this month. It's fine. I'm staying in River North, which is I'm staying on the river. My view is insane. Do you see my view?
Yeah, pull it up so we can see. Or you're buckled up. Do you have pants? Ew, Joe, pull your pants up.
I don't have pants on.
Show us your cock. Oh wow! Look at that. Wow. Now I noticed. Is that Mr. Trump's tower?
It is.
Now you actually requested a room there, from what I heard.
Yeah, so I can be an eye view of it. But there's like 2 different little rivers. There's one there, and there's one there, and there's another one there.
Those rivers are huge.
And then there's all these like buildings and things, and little traffic. There's a little patio down there where I can sit and have drinks. It's very nice. I made sure that I told Caitlin Walker. I said, "Listen, honey." I said, Nana needs an upgrade.
Okay.
And I'm also starring in a very high-end commercial in about an hour. I have to play a hockey player.
You are playing a hockey player.
Well, I don't know what's happening. Apparently, I'm going ice skating.
You are going ice skating.
It's a PMT, ESPN skill drill hockey event.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Now, I have other skills. Not nice. But I am going to try to Nancy Kerrigan Hank when I'm out there.
you go, now Nana's got a skill. She can make a tube steak disappear in about 6 seconds flat.
I'm going to bring a pipe and I'm going to try to take out one of the PMT people.
Yeah, fucking bash Hank's knee up.
So I can get the spot at their show in Chicago. It's a whole thing I have going on.
I'm here for it. You know I love a scam.
I realize I don't know how to ice skate, so I may have to like.
I'm sure they have everything that you need at the site. They have.
I'm sure, but that doesn't mean I know how to ice skate once I have my outfit on.
They give Joey the little cone that they have when the little kids are out on the ice. Joey's got a milk crate bent over on the thing.
Wait, does Vinny have his gray pants on today? I miss him.
I don't know. He's not wearing pants.
Black Lululemon's on today.
Can you step in front of the camera, please? I'd like to see how you're dressing.
Vinny walks in front of the camera. He's just got no pants on.
He's just cock out.
Joey.
I'm a booger. You don't tell me. No. Stand up.
He doesn't want to see your face. Oh God! He goes, no, stand up. There you go. Well, hate to watch him come up, to watch him leave.
What else?
Vinny just ate shit. I hope we have that on camera. Vinny just fell into the thing.
Oh, that hurt.
I had a wild night.
I saw you're with our friend Ramsey.
Yes, I left my shirt at his house.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why were you topless?
How did I end up topless?
So Nana had to touch up the T-scar. Next thing I know, my blouse is gone.
I forget how. No, I had a second shirt I put on. But we ended up back there with some I got my teeth into one of them Midwestern straight boys. I was best friends with Max from out here.
Max Delante is your fucking type. If they're speaking of your type,
Max Delante, his best friend. He's an engineer. We all started hanging out. Me and him. He like brought me all around town to all these underground clubs.
Oh God! By the way, Richelle Ryan is coming for your crown because she's like, Dana Beers is mine. But yeah, so we have a Richelle interview coming up.
What did she wear? I'm jealous.
She wore. Well, I'm gonna air her out here. She did bring the Dior bag, and she was afraid to bring it because she knew you would shit on her for it. But she was in a tight, skin tight black dress. No panties on. She was going to show us her tattoo, but her pussy was out, so she couldn't do that.
Oh, I'm so mad. I want to see her pussy.
She's the best. We love Richelle. I did like a Walter Cronkite, Morley Schaefer like style interview there. I got her whole past. We talked about how she got into the industry, her history, if you will. And I'm excited. So I think the Man Mafia is going to love it, and I think I'm ready for motherfucking Atlanta. Are Leah and Aaron coming?
Leah and Aaron are coming. Ryan Walker's coming.
All right.
And my
your subconscious.
No.
Your other personality.
Little Mama is coming.
Who?
Little Mama.
Who is that?
My lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is cool.
Oh, Little Mama. Vinny goes. That's her. Yeah, absolutely.
Back L'Oreal girl, because I'm worth it.
Jesus. You know what? You got a commercial to film. I don't want to keep you forever, so I do want to let
I
you
want
go.
to stay on TV and yell and say funny
Stay on
things.
TV and yell. We will. Are you flying from Chicago to Atlanta directly? So you're you're arriving on Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Oh, so you're gonna be laying in the cut in Hotlanta. You're gonna be in the trap.
Oh, I'm staying at a fancy hotel.
Where are you staying? Oh, I know. Leah told me where you're staying, I think.
Yeah.
It looks great.
I'm very stressed.
Why are you stressed? You know what? We're going to get to our interview with Richelle Ryan, everyone. Make sure you go to nowshewilltour.com. We'll see you in Atlanta. We're kicking this fucking tour off. It's going to be incredible. It's every Thursday. Come party with me and Joey. You're going to have the time of your life. We guarantee it. Any final words, Joey, before we get to our interview?
Shine for Jesus.
And there you go. Up next is Richelle Ryan. This episode is brought to you by Body Armor Zero Sugar. Check it out. We got some orange in my hand right here. This stuff is unbelievable. The brand new Zero Sugar sports drink from our friends at Body Armor provides real hydration with no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. Whether you're looking to stay hydrated or recovering from a long weekend, which I am right now, Body Armor Zero Sugar has got you covered with great tasting flavors like fruit punch and lemon lime. The fruit punch, we have the cherry lime down here, but this stuff is great. The best part is, there is no sugar. So they're a huge partner at Barstool. We love Body Armor Zero Sugar. We know you guys will love Body Armor Zero Sugar. And Body Armor Zero Sugar is available in stores nationwide. Get yours today at Walmart or at a local grocery store near you. Body Armor Zero Sugar. Check it out. Sweet.
Little cover.
Little mic condom.
Mic condom.
Thank you to Joey for hopping on in his hungover stupor. For full disclosure, I don't know if he's hungover because we haven't recorded with him yet, but I'm assuming that he's hungover. So if we get to him and he's hungover, just know that this was all out of order. Anyway, we are here with the GOAT, Richelle Ryan.
Hello. Thank you for having me again.
You look stunning as always.
Thank you.
I saw Dan, the security guard, just yucking it up. Dan doesn't pay any guest any mind at all. Richelle Ryan comes in. He's like, oh, do you want a water? Or do you want this? I'm like, fucking relax, Dan.
He was finessing me.
Yeah. This is exciting because me and Richelle were talking, and I remember I did like an interview way back in the day with Lisa Ann, and it was like it was literally when I thought I was like Morley Schaefer from 60 Minutes, and I did like an hour-long interview, and it ripped, and I thought it was the most fascinating thing in the world. So I was kind of excited to like get out of the norm of our like craziness interviews and talk to Richelle the person.
You're such a good interviewer, though. Like I was
thank
watching
you.
that, and you're really good. I was actually telling my makeup girl that like you and I
Yeah.
are like totally can connect.
We do. We really do. And I think, well, we have the same taste in men.
Yes.
The same taste in jewelry. However, I can't afford your jewelry.
Oh, mine's Fashion Nova.
Fashion Nova. You really do look great.
Give
I
it
keep
up.
looking at your boobs. I'm sorry. They're like in my face.
No, I love that.
Oh, that's good. So
That's what I bought them for.
when did you get your boobs?
Oh my goodness. Like these are old. Actually, I'm probably due for a tune
Yeah.
up. They're like 13 years old.
What's it, like a 10-year shelf life?
I think so.
Yeah.
But I kind of live by that motto: if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. What made you get them?
I got my boobs from my dad, and I feel like I knew what I wanted to look like coming into the industry, and
Yeah.
that's what actually got me into the industry. I was working as a house dancer at a strip club in Richmond, Virginia, and the club that I worked at had feature entertainers, kind of like what I do now
Yeah.
from like this past weekend. And it was just all these gorgeous, beautiful women in the industry, and I was like, wow, like you're like a rock star with no guitar. And
Right.
back then it was like the boob thing. You had to
Yeah.
have like big boobs. It wasn't like booty popping off just yet, but
Yeah.
it was boobs, like platinum blonde hair. You know, the Pamela Anderson eyebrows.
Pencil thin,
Yes.
the barbed wire thing around
Yes.
your arm. Are we allowed to say your age?
Oh yeah, I'm 38.
You're 38 and proud
Proud
of it.
38-year-old cougar.
So 28, you get the boobs, you're dancing.
Yeah.
How did you end up in Richmond? Because you're from Rochester, right?
Yeah, I'm from way upstate, like Southern Canada is what I
Okay.
like to tell
Yeah.
people.
Is that like Potsdam? I was in Potsdam once.
Oh,
maybe.
I think it's close to that
Okay.
area. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
literally cow country up where I'm from.
Yeah.
Super small. I have to tell people Rochester because they would have no clue. But yeah, so I ended up going to school in Richmond, Virginia.
Yep.
And
Where'd you go to school?
VCU.
VCU.
Just for a little bit.
What? How long did you go?
2 years.
2
and then
years?
I gave it up.
Why did you give it up?
I think it was just, I had a girlfriend and she made dancing out like it was the most glamorous thing. And she
Yeah.
was like, you're basically just doing your stretches out on stage. And I was like, okay. And she always had like purses and all these
Yeah.
beautiful outfits and driving a brand new Mercedes. And here I am like a broke college student and I had major ADD. Like I was probably the worst student. I was in class like shuffling cards and eating snacks. And finally I was like, I don't want to go to school. I want to do what she's doing and make all the money. And then it just went downhill from there.
That's or up,
Here I am
or
now.
uphill, depending on
Uphill,
who you
yeah.
talk. Depending
Anywhere
on
you
who you
wanna
talk
go.
to. So you went. So you left school. Was it like you showed up to dance one time and it was like, did you go scope out the club first? And you're like, let me
yeah.
just see what it's about, and you have to work up the nerve to do it. Or like,
I literally went in as a customer, just got a drink, and just sat and watched the girls, and I was like, oh, I can easily do this.
yeah. Was she dancing at the time?
Oh,
And
yeah.
She knew you were there scoping it out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And back then it was so easy to hustle men.
Yeah.
So easy. I mean, I feel like now it's kind of like pulling teeth a little bit, but
How so? How do you mean easy to hustle, man? So so this is what, 10 years ago?
Oh my gosh, no, this is like 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Yeah, I was like fresh. Like
Oh, you were. I don't know. I was going by when
18.
you got the boobs.
Oh no, this was like way before.
so this is what, 2005, 2004.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I had nothing.
I was a sophomore in high school.
No way.
Yeah, 2005 sophomore, I think. Regardless.
I love it. But no, it was so easy. It was like taking candy from a baby back then. It's just
Yeah.
easy to hustle guys.
Well, there's probably like not any. Like now you can see everyone whenever you want all the time.
For
it's like
sure.
if you're questioning someone, it's like, oh, just pull up a phone. But it's like
Or-
you have a real life woman in front of you. It's like people are gonna probably pay more.
That and there wasn't OnlyFans, there wasn't a lot of the chat sites,
Yep.
and now it's like there's so much.
Yeah.
And I feel like COVID has scared a lot of men. Like it really put a lot of guys like they were afraid to talk to women and still kind of are now.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I actually recently just took this guy's virginity. And a lot of people are so shocked. They're like, a 23-year-old virgin? And I'm like, yeah, men are scared.
There's that article that just came out. It was like Gen Z is like not fucking as much as whatever. Like the Post writes about it like every couple months, whatever, and it's like
Yeah.
how the younger generation isn't fucking. And part of it is because of COVID.
Yeah.
Where it's like people are just on their phones, like jerking
100%.
off.
Guys are just stuck behind their phones
Yeah.
and stuff like that. They're scared.
So you're in the club, you're scoping it out. Your friend is there. You leave. How many times do you go back and scope it out?
Oh, I just did it one
You
time.
just did it
one
once.
time and I was hooked. I was like, all right, sign me up.
And what
I
was-
made her give me an outfit and a pair of heels. And I was like, all right, let me just try this out. And then I was just instantly hooked.
What was the name of the club? Do you remember?
Paper Moon.
Paper Moon
Yep.
in Richmond, Virginia.
Yep.
Little did they know.
Little did they know.
They were about to birth a star.
Yes.
And so what was it like? I've seen like TikToks and obviously like I remember watching like Cat House and stuff like
Oh
that
my
on
gosh,
HBO.
such a good
And there's
show.
like the house mother and everything. Like,
Yeah.
was there a dancer there who like took you under her wing?
Oh
Were
yeah, there was a couple of them.
Yeah.
I always like a couple of the big girls just took me under the wings and they're like, okay, this is what you need to do. This is who you need to talk to and
Yeah.
and stuff. And I loved it. I mean, I started off 18 and I see a lot of girls now in the clubs and they're just coming in, they're partying, they treat it like it's, fun and games.
Right.
But to me, it's like I learned how to do the job sober. And I still to this day, like I don't drink when I'm working,
Yeah.
nothing. I'm like, I'm stone cold sober on it.
And you just give other people drinks.
Yeah, I get them
Exactly.
fucked up.
What was your first song you danced to?
Ooh, probably some Britney Spears song. I think
Yeah.
that's what it was. Like it was when that whole like I'm a slave for you with the snake
yeah.
came out.
With
and
those
yeah.
super low-rise bikini. I remember Lisa Ann was talking about, she's from like rural Pennsylvania, and she was saying back in the day when she was stripping, it was all rock. She's like, there wasn't rap. She's like, so we would come out to like pour some sugar on me.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I would tear that fucking stage up.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like, they didn't know what happened when
Yep.
little Lisa Ann
That song
came
like
out.
haunts me to this day because I've heard it so much in the clubs.
Really?
And I'm like, oh, it haunts me.
There's I don't know if you watch documentaries. You would actually probably like this. If you can Google, there's a documentary. It's one of my favorite ever. It's on an Oklahoma strip club.
Ooh.
And it's about this guy named Luke Dick, who was a songwriter. And like he grew up like in this strip club because his mom was a dancer.
Yeah.
Red Dog.
Oh, I have to watch it
Everyone
now.
watching. That's the mother. She was a dancer, and it's like the craziness of growing up. If you need something to watch this weekend, ladies
Oh,
and
I'm so
gentlemen,
gonna watch that.
Watch Red Dog. It's fucking fantastic.
Oh my gosh, I love documentaries. I watch them all at home.
This is like really, really cool.
Red Dog. Okay.
Red Dog.
Oh, that's going on the list.
But anyway, so you did. How long did you dance for? Well, you're
Oh
still
my
dancing
gosh.
now, but like, when did you make the transition? I guess.
It was 2006.
Okay.
That was when I entered in the adult film industry. And I danced like a little bit when I first got into the industry, just because back then we didn't have Instagram, we didn't have OnlyFans, we didn't have a lot of the chat sites, we didn't have anything to really make money. We were just literally working 20 times out of the month, maybe more, for the companies, and it's not the best.
What companies?
Oh gosh, back then.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about clubs. You're talking about like studios.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we
studios.
can get to that later. Yeah. But you're working like 20 times a month, like no Instagram. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah. For the once I got into the industry in 2006, I was literally shooting for, oh my gosh, like Vivid and just Diabolic, a lot of the old companies, and you really don't make that much money starting off. It was like $900 to $1,000, and we have to pay for our own testing and wardrobe and all that stuff, and then taxes on top of that. So there was a few times when I first got in the industry, I was like, oh, I better take my booty to the strip club and go make some money.
What made you want to get into the industry? Was it someone who was in the industry and they were like, hey, you should try this, you'd be great?
No, it was, I remember the club that I was house dancing at, and Gina Lynn came in. She's like an old school porn star. I think she's from New Jersey or Philly somewhere.
Should look her up then.
Oh,
Gina Lynn.
She was just perfect, like platinum blonde hair, nice tight tan body, big boobs. And I just looked at her and I was...
Oh, that ain't Gina. Oh,
there she is.
That is like 2000s, 90s.
Yeah, I mean, look at like...
that Jenna Jameson look.
Total.
Like Pam Anderson.
Yeah. And I was talking to her, and her husband was her roadie at the strip club. And I was just kind of talking to them. And then I just started doing my own research and looking up like licensed and bonded agents in the porn industry. And then I went out to LA and early 2006. And because I moved out there in May. So it's probably around like February, around that time.
And how long had you been out of college at this point?
Oh, God.
A couple years?
Maybe like a year and a half, I'd say.
Did you tell your parents that you had dropped out and you were dancing, or were you just still doing this like undercover?
I was sneaking around with the dancing for a little bit, and then like they were kind of like, how are you affording all this stuff? And I was like, definitely not a waitress at the time. I was actually also, while I was dancing, I was a personal assistant for a very wealthy, prominent woman in Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was, you're probably too young to remember this company. It was called Best. At the time, it was whatever like the best vacuum cleaner on the market was, or whatever the best blender.
Okay.
They just had this massive warehouse, and they would have like one of those on showcase.
I remember
there
that
it is.
logo.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I was her personal assistant. I was going to college. I was dancing. And then finally I was like, oh, I don't like college.
Yeah. Well,
I want to go make some real money.
If you're making that money, like what was like a good night dancing in like the late 2000s?
Oh,
mid
gosh.
2000s.
Easy $2,500.
And that's cash.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got to declare whatever you declare.
Yeah.
And that's like, I mean, that's crazy. $2,500 a night. How many nights a week are you doing that?
I think it was like three nights a week. Yeah.
What would you spend like? Was there a moment where you were like, okay, I have some money, I'm going to go buy something?
Oh,
like,
yeah, Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton?
They
As you have
knew
the Dior,
me.
the famous Richelle Dior bag over here.
Okay, so I have to tell you about this.
Yeah.
When you told me Joey wasn't going to be here, I was like, oh, thank God. Because I was running out of room in my suitcase. And I was like, if he sees me with this Dior bag one more time, he's going to have a heart attack.
Every time she's in, Joey is like, oh, the bag is back.
Yep. And I was like, thank God. Because I didn't have any room to pack any more stuff. And I was like, oh, I don't have room for anything else.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he did see me in Vegas, and I did have like another little clutch with me. He was a blast in Vegas, by the way.
When did you go to Vegas with Joey?
He was out there for like the race or something with
I remember
Alex
that. Yeah,
and all
yeah.
them. And oh my gosh, he is just, you know what I love about him? He's literally the same person, like off air, like just in person. He's just great.
He's insane.
Yeah.
He's the best.
And I caught him on the last night in Vegas.
And he was standing and he was alive?
Standing. His voice was a little hoarse, but we had so much fun. We were gambling. I got my first hand pay with Joey.
Hell
he was
yeah.
so mad.
I remember me and Joey went there. I showed up we went to go do a drag race thing, and I showed up like 2 days after him. He got there early, and I went to his room. There was like steak on the ground and like poppers everywhere. It was classic
I love
Joey. But you went to, so you were dancing, you were sneaking around. did you, I know you don't talk about your family too much, but what did you just told your mom, like you called her up and were like, hey, here's what's going on?
Yeah. And then of course, like they were like upset, but fast forward to now they're just like, you know what? Like you've been in this for 18 years in the industry.
It wasn't a fluke.
Right. You know, and they like, I'm doing good. And they know like, I'm not really like that crazy. Like, you know,
well, you're not really, I feel like you're not really like a partier. Like,
no, I'm
crazy.
like, I'm literally one of those women that like, I'll go to a party or whatever. I'll have a drink. I'll take a shit ton of photos and like little videos, and then I'm out. Yeah. It's like, and then I'm like, all right, that's it.
That's the way to be. This is like the first time where I'm like, I feel old and I'm like, I don't want to be the last one to the party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, because if you're like, I went to a party last Friday and it was like, everyone was a little younger and I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here. I'm like the old,
How old are you?
I'm 34. I'm going to be 35 in August.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like the hangovers are there. Like the first time ever I feel myself like looking older. Like
Same.
I've never noticed how I look in my life until this year. And I'm like, oh fuck, I'm balding. Like,
no, you are not.
Oh my God. I look tired. And I think like that's the thing where it's like you pay attention as you get older.
100% you do.
But so your parents were okay with it after up until now they're fine with it. And then we're back. Okay, we're going back to when you were into the industry. What was your first scene? Like, how did that happen? You're in LA.
Yeah,
I don't think we got into it. Yeah,
I was in LA. My agent sent me on my first ever shoot.
Yep.
And she was like, I'm gonna have a driver take you. And I was like, okay.
She's like, but it's coming out of your check.
Yeah. Literally, they want to deduct everything. And so she had a driver take me who was another male porn star. And the shoot was great. It was for this website. It's not even around anymore, but it was seehersquirt.com. And I remember them telling me that when I got there. And I was like, I think my agent may have booked me on like the wrong type of shoot. I was like, I don't know how to squirt. And they were like, oh, don't worry, honey. Like we fake it in porn. And I was kind of like, how do you fake it? And they were like, you know, we just stick a douche bottle in you with warm water and then you hold it in and he'll put his dick there and you just push it out. And I was like, oh,
so
okay,
squirting is officially fake.
I think it's straight pissing. Like actually, I was in an Evil Angel scene a couple years later. It was called Storm Squirters. And
these names, Evil Angels, Storm
I
Squirters,
know.
is unbelievable.
But no, you'll love this story. It was actually played in front of a federal grand jury because that was when Evil Angel was under a lot of heat for doing like very obscene, like crazy, like scenes.
Yeah.
And pissing, you're not, it's like illegal in the States, like pissing, bestiality, all sorts of stuff. Yeah. So my scene was played in front of a federal grand jury.
I bet all the guys are like, we've seen this. They have to pretend like they haven't seen it before.
Yeah, and literally the girl that was like squirting that day was just chugging gallons of water and like Pedialyte.
I've never seen Vinny so enamored with an interview in my life. He's just sitting there. He's like this.
I have so many.
He's so cute.
Many questions,
He's like,
just
go
listening.
on.
He's so cute. I'm like distracted
Vinny's
by
the
him.
best. Vinny's the best. Could be the next. Well, could be the next star.
Yeah.
But you went there. You thought they booked you on the wrong thing. Were you scared for your first shoot?
No, I was actually just really excited. I did my very first scene on my 21st birthday, and I was just so excited. I was so eager beaver, and like I didn't know how to perform for the camera. Like I didn't watch enough tape.
Yeah,
so
but
I'm
literally.
Like, yeah, and I was like literally like playing with the guy's nipples, which is like blocking my face, and they're like, "Put your arm down," and I was just extremely eager. And then I ended up having sex with the guy, the male porn star that drove me to set. I was just like, I think I was just so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm living in LA.
Wait, so you fucked the driver and then the performer? Or the performer?
I fucked the driver after the scene.
You're just so horned up?
I think I was just more excited.
Yeah.
And, but fast forward to now.
Right.
Now I just get so nervous before scenes.
Why?
I think it's because now I only shoot 2 to 4 times out of the month. And I don't, I purposely have it that way. I only want to shoot a couple times a month for the top companies, but
well, you've made your money too. It's not like you're like scrounging around to like become famous.
And that's what it was back in like 2006.
Yeah.
I was pretty much like the yes girl saying yes to everything. But now it's like I want to put out really good quality scenes. And I mean, I love the new guys, God bless them. But I'm kind of like a little selective with the male talent. I'm like, give me a good strong stud because I want to put out a good scene.
Of course.
Yeah.
Were you? So I'm just like you're like fast forward down like we're going back.
We're going back, bitch.
So you're leaving the thing and then after that you're just off to the races and that's it. And then the rest is history.
Yep. It was just off to the races.
My God. Was there ever a moment where you were like, I'm sure there was, where you were like questioning like, did I do the right thing? Or like, did you ever like do a scene or like contemplate if you wanted to be in the industry?
I'm sure I still have days like that.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Sure. I know that's like not like a taboo question to ask, but I feel like people are afraid to like ask adult performers that. But I think it's like, so I think that's everyone's biggest fear, right? Like everyone watches porn.
Right.
Everyone's like maybe made a tape at home, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's like making the jump like, oh, that sounds super hot. But then it's like, does that ever come back to like haunt you? Like, do you ever have regrets?
I don't have regrets, but I can say OnlyFans has been a blessing
Right.
to all of us. We can now control where our content goes, who we want to work with. And it's just given the power back to the performers versus when we shoot for these companies, we really don't make that much money when you think about how much our testing costs are, wardrobe, paying 35% of taxes on top of that. It's basically doing porn as like a stepping stone. But
For OnlyFans.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything. Feature dancing,
Yep.
everything. And yeah, there are definitely days I'm like, what am I doing? But the way that I always looked at it is if I'm going to dive headfirst into this industry, it doesn't matter if you do one scene or 1,000. Like if I was to quit right now, I'm literally 80% unhireable to everywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I can't be a teacher. I can't be a first responder.
You can play teachers and first responders.
I can play a teacher. I have a few times, but it's like, I couldn't go anywhere. They're not going to take what I've done for the past 18 years seriously.
Right.
They're like, oh, you did porn. They don't give a shit about anything behind the camera.
Right.
Or just building a brand and maintaining a brand for 18 years. Like they don't care about any of that. They're just like, oh, you suck dick for a living. So it's like, you know what? While you're in this industry, I personally feel like you got to make the most out of it and do really smart things with your money. When I was young, like when I first got in at 21, I was going crazy.
Right.
Like, and you think about it, 21-year-old girl and you're making like $30,000 in a month. It's just, oh my gosh.
How old were you when you made your first million?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know because I got to find, my parents were like, you need to get a financial advisor. And
That's fucking great advice.
yeah, it was really good. Both my parents are really successful, like in their own businesses and stuff. And they were like, you need to get a financial advisor. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And God bless that woman. She's been with me and she's majorly like helped me so much. So yeah, and that's kind of just where I'm at. I'm like, I want to make the most and just set myself up properly.
And you want to go until the wheels fall off. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, right until the
Yeah.
wheels fall off. But I can't wait till the day comes when I can throw my phone in the ocean.
Oh my God. I'm right there with you. It's
I
like
know
the phone
you are.
it's like I was visiting my friend over the weekend and like we looked at our screen time. Hers was like 2 hours. Mine was like 9:15.
Oh, mine is like that too. Yeah. Mine's like that too.
What's your most used app?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, I
for
love
sure.
Instagram. I love it.
I do think you have such a I'm always so fascinated. We've had like before Joey was on, we had Asa Kira on. You know Asa. And
Oh,
like
I
Lisa,
love her.
And Lisa and them. And they were saying too, like you're talking about the dancing stuff. The dancing is Asa's like, oh, I charge like for a 30-second song. She's like, you're paying me like $250 for like a 30-second song.
Yep.
What's that like? Like how do you decide what clubs to go to? Like how much are you charging these people? Is that like your cash cow other than OnlyFans?
I'd probably say, feature dancing is definitely outside of OnlyFans, my cash.
And you like it too, right?
I do. I love it.
It's work, though.
The hardest part is just the travel, going from like west to east and getting there. But then it's like, once I get on stage, it's like I can't explain it. Like I come alive. Like I love seeing the guys. I love connecting with them. Like, I'm literally like a prancer, not a dancer. I'm pushing 40, so I move very gingerly.
Do you ever fuck any of the guys at the strip club?
There's been times where I'm like, oh, he could get it, but I'm always so exhausted that I'm like,
you're sweating. Like,
I'm sweating.
Guys are
I'm
into
gross.
that though.
Let me tell you, that DJ, I was close with him.
Wait, tell everyone what you're talking about the DJ.
Oh, he was so cute. This DJ in Philly. Oh my God.
I think I
So
commented
cute.
on it.
I
was
forgot
like,
his
who's that?
name. I don't even know what his name was.
What happened? He just got scared. People are probably intimidated to sleep with you though, especially if they're young. Well, any guy, any age would be intimidated, except for Vinny, of course. Vinny will tear that ass up.
Yeah,
okay?
they do get very scared. They're like, oh my God, I'm in the cougar den right now. She's going to eat me alive. But like that turns me on. I like it when they're scared.
You
I
can
love it.
smell the fear.
Yes, I love it.
No, she's a
turns
scent
me
queen.
on.
She has been for many years.
Yes. I love it when they don't know what they're doing either. I'm like, sit in the corner and watch me masturbate. Like, they don't know what they're doing. Like, they're trying to like go down on me. I'm like, oh my God, you're doing it all wrong. Just watch me for like 5 minutes.
Mama will teach you. Daddy's
Mama's gonna
got you.
teach you. I'm going to take you through this.
That's so. Have you always just been super horny?
I go through spurts to be it's like to be honest with you. I really do go through spurts because there are times where I'm just exhausted. Like my social battery and everything's just checked out and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's kind of like, I don't want to.
That's so wild. Have you ever gone to a fight in a strip club?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have. So I covered it up, but you can kind of see it. This was from a really drunk guy in Alabama. Put a cigarette. He was so drunk. He put a cigarette out in my leg, and it literally felt like I got shot. It hurt so bad, and I jumped in just natural reaction. I swung on him.
No kidding.
But I think it's kind of like a natural reaction thing. When you're a woman when you're thicker and you have a big booty, I feel like men just want to clap it. and women are the worst, man. They will smack it so hard. I'm like, oh my God, it just feels like daggers. My natural reaction, I just like spin around and kick or dump champagne on them or whatever.
When was this?
Oh, all the time.
All the time. This is all the time.
All the time.
That's
I had
so
a guy
wild.
over the weekend, like I was on the stage doing something and he smacked me so hard and just natural reaction. I just turned around and just whacked him. I mean, I kind of have to be a professional and be nice.
You have security right there with you and they just fuck him up?
But like, they don't like fuck him up, but they'll like shake him down a little bit.
Yeah, they'll kick him out of the club, I'm
But
sure.
it's also the reason a lot of these clubs book the porn stars. I mean, granted, we're putting asses in the seats, like
Right.
men that would not normally, frequent the clubs. And then it's up to the house girls to make these guys their regulars. But club owners also like booking, a lot of the porn stars because we're supposed to set the example, like, the
Right.
way we look and just, be gracious and kind. But I'm like, well, I still got that dog in me.
Yeah, you do. I remember Lisa said the same thing. She's like, she had a guy, she just said something to her or did something. She just ran right off the stage, just jumped on him, attacked him.
Oh,
and we were like, when was this? She was like, oh, this is 3 years ago. I was like, what?
I'd be afraid I'd blow my knee out. I'm like the queen of injuring myself. So
Did you play any sports growing up?
I did. I played basketball. That's why I'm a big.
Yeah.
I love. I always support Tennessee just because Pat Summitt was just the greatest, women's basketball coach. But I mean, Caitlin Clark. Oh my gosh.
Go. We have our guy Big Tennessee. He's a big Tennessee guy here. You
Oh,
him?
really?
You have ever seen him?
Who?
This guy Big Tennessee.
No.
Oh, he's like video show him. He's like the guy.
Oh,
fuck.
so you know what I want to tell you? Whoop!
You're
I
good.
squirted on you.
Yeah, Richelle squirted. Keep going.
Squirted on you from over there.
Keep going. You're good.
So I felt so wrong doing this. I slide in like 21-year-old athletes' DMs on Instagram all the time, but I slid into, oh my gosh, Paige Becker's. And I've just felt so wrong. Like,
A lady?
Yeah.
You were trying to smash?
Yeah, Paige Becker's from UConn. And I just
That's
felt.
Big T right there. Not that it matters.
Oh, he's, I think, one of the Chicago guys.
Yeah. Smash or pass. He's got a size 17 foot.
Oh, my groceries. Well, I'm not a size queen.
You're not a size queen.
Not at all. Maybe pass.
What about Arian Foster?
Let me see.
Greatest running back of all time.
Oh, yes. On the
Yeah,
Texans.
you're like, yep, no, that'll take it. Wait, I interrupted you.
Oh, yeah, he's very good looking. Oh, yeah, very good looking.
You slide into these guys' DMs.
All the time.
What is your type? Who are you looking for when you slide in?
Well, I love tall men.
Of course.
I love tall guys.
Well, that explains our history together.
Yes.
Rochelle and I, you can collaborate.
I love tall men. I don't know if I necessarily have a type. I like big goofy guys. Honestly,
just describing me.
So I had a feeling we were going to talk about this. I feel like out of anybody at Barstool, like my top two would be Dana Beers. He's like my ultimate.
Go on.
No?
No. This is, you got to fight Joey for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's his number one.
So, no, he likes all the Bussin' with the Boys.
Yes.
Like Taylor Lewan and them. They're all hot, too.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine all of us in, like, Nashville? Yeah, they're all hot. Yeah, Taylor. But, like, guys that, like, work at Barstool, like, Dana Beers is my type of guy.
Dana
Big,
Beers.
tall, kind of husky, goofy, just beer drinker. Like, love it.
You like a man.
Yeah.
Who's your number two?
Nikki Smokes.
Oh.
Yeah, I
We
love
might have
Nikki.
to, I mean, we might have to end the interview. You don't know what you just. He's not gonna be able to fit through the door. His head is gonna be so
I
big.
love it. No, well,
Nikki
you know what?
Smokes. What about Nikki Smokes? Have you
So
talked to him?
Oh yeah, we've hung out before.
You
in
and Nikki
Chicago.
Smokes?
Yeah, I went with the guys one night because I play in that fantasy football league, the Mikey Betts League, and I remember like Mikey tagged all of us that were in the fantasy football league this year, and I just saw Nikki Smokes, and I was like, who's this? And I clicked on Twitter, and I was like, oh, he's hot. and I think I just said something cheeky to him. And oh my gosh. And then when I was in Chicago, we all went out to the Barstool bar one night, and I was like, oh, that Miami mouthpiece is hot.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Nikki
he's hot.
Smokes. You didn't smash, did you?
No, we didn't smash. And
Would you have or no?
Maybe not that night.
You don't. You'd have to put him on OnlyFans though.
No, I
You
would
just do it.
Yeah. He's one, and and then Tony too.
Tony.
But Tony's no longer.
Oh
here.
yeah.
Tony.
Shout out Tony from finance.
Yes,
That was
Tony
he
from
lived above
finance.
me. We were like, I was at my old apartment. We like faced. He's like, I was like, Richelle likes. He's like, no. He's like, you don't know. I was like, I do. And we FaceTime, and he was like, he like clammed up on the phone.
Yeah, he's so hot. I hope I get
He
to
was
see
a
him while I'm
hottie.
here and go have drinks with him.
Should we just go to his apartment right now?
Yeah.
That's so wild. Nikki Smokes.
Yeah.
So when you slide into like athletes, you don't care talking about this, right?
Oh no, I
Yeah.
don't care.
You slide into college athletes DMs.
Yeah, I'm kind of over the pro guys. The pro guys always DM me, and literally what I do is like I'll go to their profile, and if they've got pictures of like their kids and their wives,
Yeah.
I just start liking them, and I'm like,
No.
I see you, like, because I'm like, I don't want that.
You
Like
don't
the-
want a home wreck.
No, not at all.
But you are dipping your toe in the home wrecking by liking the pictures if the wife is looking.
No. I do that so they see. I'm like, oh, you
Oh,
dirty.
so they know.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Got
like,
it.
oh, you dirty dog. Don't go there. And like, I would never out anybody
Right.
because I could ruin a few people.
Well,
I
that
would
sucks. That was
never.
going to be my next question. I was like,
I
who's the most famous athlete who slid into your DMs?
No, there's been some. There was the funniest one was this player on the Patriots. I can't remember his name.
Tom Brady?
No, I wish. I wish.
Kidding. That is sacrilege. I'm from New
I
England.
wish.
No.
But he like slid in my DMs after this game where the Patriots just got blown out by something ridiculous. And I was just kind of like laying this guy up, and he was still like on the defense about it.
Oh my
And I was
God.
just laughing. I was like, bro, I have zero interest. Zero. But yeah, I slid into Paige Becker's DMs, and I just felt so wrong.
Is she a lesbian? Does she hook up with girls?
I don't know. And I think that's why, because I just didn't know. And I was like, but she was on everybody's For You page on TikTok. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah.
I didn't know who
she's
that
6
is.
foot.
Paige Becker. Do you know who that is? Vinny?
Yeah, you'll know who she is once you see her. She's
Oh, she's a
like,
basketball player.
yeah, for UConn.
Oh, I know her. Oh my God. She's
I
like
love
a
her.
unbelievable basketball player.
I just want to like make out and get finger banged by her.
Oh
I know she's good with her hands. That's all I want.
Do you like you're straight, but you hook up with women too, obviously, right?
I do.
Yeah.
You know what it is women are like kind of like the appetizer for
Yeah.
me, but then it's like
Then you need a dick.
I need a dick to like finish the job, and I am probably like the most boy crazy 38-year-old woman like you could probably ever meet. Like, and you know what's funny? So last night I got in. Sorry, I know I'm jumping all over the
you're
place.
good.
But I was walking around New York because I was trying to find a massage place.
Right. Oh, I saw your story.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, like walking around like Midtown Manhattan is like speed dating. Because I saw so many men. I was like, yep, no, maybe.
Yeah, no, that's every time I walk down the street, it's like insane.
Oh my gosh, like it is so great. I bet dating here is so fun.
It's fun. It's like fun, but it's tough because it's like everyone has so many options. So it's like,
yeah.
eh.
But you know, I feel like that's dating now.
Anywhere.
I mean, like, even if you're on, like, I have so many girlfriends that are on dating apps, and men are just swiping, and it's not like when our parents met.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, when my dad met my mom, he was shooting his shot. He wasn't he was not letting that woman
Yeah.
get out of his eyesight. You know, but now it's like men, it's like, you know, women are just disposable. And I think, you know, maybe even women are the same way too.
With guys, I know gay
Yeah.
guys are that way. I like need to delete the apps, but Out and About is sponsored by BetterHelp. They have been for a very long time, and we absolutely love them because it can be easy to ignore our social battery and spread ourselves thin, especially with social gatherings picking up after the winter. What's the right amount of socializing for you, and how do you recharge? Maybe you thrive around people, or maybe you like to spend more time alone. Therapy can give you the self-awareness to build a social life that doesn't drain your social battery. We've had BetterHelp as a benefit here at Barstool Sports. Both Joey and I have been using it, and I got to tell you, it has helped me tremendously develop like the tools to understand how I'm feeling, why I'm feeling a certain way, and it's really helped me navigate my own emotions in a way that's made life a lot less stressful for me. So if you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Guys, I know, and ladies, I know many people have thought about therapy, but the reason that they don't want to do it, one of the main reasons, is because it's difficult to set up. You got to go through insurance, you got to do all this. BetterHelp takes all that stress out. You go online, like we said, it's the questionnaire, and you're off to the races, and it'll really help you. So you can help find your social sweet spot with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/outlandabout today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/outlandabout to get 10% off your first month. BetterHelp. Give it a try. Tell them Nan and Trish and Vin sent you. You hit up the DMs on College Kids. Have anyone ever backed out? Like, you're just on Tinder, you're like, come over and fuck? Or are you like,
I don't do Tinder anymore. But I don't know. I love athletes because I feel safe with them.
Right.
To be honest, like dating apps and stuff in Vegas scare me because I'm like, oh, are you like creepy and weird where if I bring you to my house and now you know where I live? Like,
also, athletes have something to lose.
100%.
So it's like if you're famous, you're like in the public eye a little bit,
Yeah,
or you're a basketball
I'm not
player,
really
it's
too
like
worried.
you're not going to fuck up your shit, but it's just some guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, now I know where Richelle is. I'm going to hide in her closet.
Like, you know who was one of them was Spencer Brown. I saw him when he was coming into the NFL draft. He plays for the Buffalo Bills now. Oh, I was all over that.
You smashed Spencer.
Like, we haven't like officially, isn't he?
Oh my
he's
lord,
fucking sick.
he looks
He's
like Dana Beers.
Let me tell you, he is 6'9", 312 pounds. I have never had a man that big, but I said, okay, we're gonna test the walls out when we get together.
Have you heard of Girthmaster?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I wrote about him. You heard of Girthmaster?
I'm scared of him.
Yeah. Oh my, have you seen his dick?
You know what's crazy is I see it in pics and I'm like, it doesn't look that big. But then I know if I was to like see it in person, I'd be like, oh dear,
you'd be
God.
terrified.
It'd be like this microphone.
That's
like,
wild.
Yikes.
So this is your type, Spencer Brown.
Yes, AJ Barner.
AJ Barner.
I think he plays for Michigan. Oh yeah, he's so hot. Ugh, he has me like drooling.
He's a Michigan guy?
I think. Oh, look at that.
Oh, you like big, white, goofy fucks.
I do love big, white,
that's
goofy
exactly
guys.
what it is. That's who
I
AJ
love
Barner is.
big, white, goofy guys.
Oh, he's a good-looking guy.
Yeah. Well, remember, like, I told you, like, I loved Grunk, but, like, I'm over Grunk now. I'm like, Grunk is hot, but, like, he's going to marry that woman.
Camille,
They've
been together forever,
And I am so not a home wrecker. I'm like, you know what? Like, I do love seeing people in love. Like, I'm like, good for you.
Do you, when's the last time you had a serious, like, someone you were dating?
So that's another good story. That was about 4.5 years ago.
Okay.
And he actually found me from a Barstool article. And it was one that K Marco. I think that's his Instagram name. He wrote it. It was right around the time there was a lot of suicide going on with women in the industry.
Yep.
And I was on my way to a dance gig in Denver, Colorado. And I'm sitting on the plane and I just see all these like college guys in UNLV tracksuits like getting on the plane. And I'm just like, looking like, oh my gosh. And turns out it was the UNLV baseball team. They were going to Colorado Springs for a game. So when we landed in Denver, we're at the baggage claim and the club had somebody come meet me to like just help me and stuff and bring me in. And they were like, one of the guys from the team were like, can we get a picture with you? And I was like, I'm pretty sure this is an NCAA violation, but you asked for it, not me. So the club security that was with me, he took his own little picture and I posted it and I wrote, I'm ready for the team gangbang, like something cheeky. And K Marco did this really sweet article. And long story short, this guy, he found the article and he was like, who is this woman? And he started following all my socials.
One of the baseball players.
No, it was my ex that I was in a serious relationship with. It was like 4.5 years ago. And 4.5 years ago, we broke up, I should say. So this was like a long time ago. And so he started following all my socials. And ironically, he was from Richmond, Virginia, but he lived in Vegas. He was out there because he was training for the Olympics in powerlifting. And one of the best powerlifting coaches was out there. And so he kept telling me he was seeing all my stuff on socials. And he was like, I just couldn't stop thinking about you. I had to send you an email. And he sent me the sweetest email. And he was like, I saw your article on Barstool. And I hate to admit this, but I was like, what the fuck is Barstool? Like, I did not know what Barstool was. Yeah. And like, now I love all you guys. And so, yeah, then it just kind of, we went on a date and it just kind of blossomed from there. And that was my last serious relationship.
Do you want to get into another relationship, or are you like
Yeah, I actually do. I think I'm ready for it now.
Yeah.
I'm kind of at that point where I'm ready for it. It would just actually, you know who I want to date?
Vinny?
I want to date Portnoy. I'm like the original Miss Peaches.
Get in line, sister.
I know that man could get like Scarlett Johansson, but I'm like, he needs a mama for Miss Peaches, and I'm the original Miss Peaches with all this ass. But I'm like, he needs like a mama for that dog.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That would be wild if you dated Uncle D.
Oh my gosh,
Imagine.
he could get Scarlett Johansson, he could get
He's the
anybody, but he's just such a class act, and I love like everything he does for the t-shirts that he did
Yep.
for the slain officer.
Yeah.
Had me tearing up. Like I bought one. I just had to do anything I could to show my support. But I actually met him during Super Bowl weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, I got invited to.
It was in Vegas, right? Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got invited to the Rock Nation party.
Yep.
And one of my friends was like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, "Eh." And he was like, "It's the Rock Nation party. I think you want to go." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that probably would be good." And so I went, and those Hollywood parties, you got to leave by like 12:30 before shit starts getting weird.
Shout out Diddy.
Yeah, shout out.
No Diddy.
Yeah. But it was hilarious because like when I was there, I saw Jay-Z, I saw
No
Beyonce, I saw Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't really get starstruck by people. I got
Leo, though.
starstruck by all of you guys at Barstool the first time I was
please.
here. I did. You could see it on my face. I was terrified. But it's because I love all you guys now. I really do.
Well, we
and I
love you,
watch and I
Richelle.
listen and I'm a fan. But let me tell you, when I saw Daddy Dave, I was like, and like it stopped, and it was hilarious because in that moment I was on the elevator with oh my god, he's so weird. He dated the Kardashian, Travis.
Barker?
Travis Scott?
Yes, Travis Scott. Yeah.
Oh, does he have the kid with Kylie?
One
Yeah.
of them. He's so
Stormy.
weird. And he kept asking my friend, he was like, "Who is that?" And all that. And he was like trying to talk to me. I was like, "Go away.
Yeah.
Daddy Dave is here." And it was funny. I was like trying to think of like, what do I say when I meet him? And I kind of like froze. And I was like, "I sent you my panties during the unboxing that he was
Did
doing."
you?
I did. And I think he knew who I was, and he just started laughing. And I hate being that woman, like, "Can I get a picture?" But I was
Oh,
like,
he takes pictures of everyone. Though.
I know.
Yeah.
And I love him so much. And I was like, "Can I get a picture?" And I did thank him because, I really love people that use their platform for good causes.
Right.
And he did so much for just family owned businesses during COVID.
Yep.
Everything he did for that animal charity where he got Miss Peaches from and just adopting a pit bull. I mean, he's just a class act. And I really applaud him for that. So I just saw him and I was like such a weirdo, I felt like.
Oh, I'm sure he's dealt with way worse than giddy Richelle Ryan in an elevator.
I almost did it, but then I was kind of like, I think you guys were doing some campaign like right around Christmas time, but it was
Right.
something where if you dropped like X amount of dollars, you got to do a pizza review with him.
Yeah.
Which is like my ultimate. But then I was like, oh, he may not want me on there because he's been getting a lot of like bigger names. And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, you never. I mean, listen.
Gotta shoot your shot.
You never know. You
never
gotta shoot.
know.
You gotta shoot your shot. You gotta slide
shoot
to
your
the
shot.
DMs.
Yep.
You gotta do anything you can.
I do it. Yeah.
You gotta do it.
But that was cool. That was like my greatest moment was like getting to meet him.
Would you? What was I gonna say? Who's like your celebrity besides Dave? Like your celebrity like top 3? Who you would want to like go on a date with or fuck?
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron.
So hot.
Yep.
Oh gosh, Dave and I don't know.
It's a tough question. It's a weird question.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this one then.
I think it's because I'm like, I mean,
I don't get that way about celebrities either. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't fucking
I could see
care.
Kim Kardashian. I'm like, whatever.
There's someone on the street who like on 28th and 3rd who I thought was hotter than like a celebrity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the same way.
regular
I like
guy.
normal people, like
do
regular
too.
normal guys. I'm like, yes, please.
Well, let me ask you this then. Maybe we can make a clip out of this then.
Yeah.
Who is Richelle Ryan's top 5 female porn stars of all time?
Ooh, like my Mount Rushmore.
Your Mount Rushmore. Plus
Brandy
one.
Love. Oh gosh.
We had Brandy Love on the show. Shout out Brandy Love.
You did?
Yep, she's great.
Love her.
Love her.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Men and women?
It can be. What do you think? Men and women?
I think
Let's do 5 of each.
That's a lot.
Five is a lot. I'm like,
all right, well, all right,
five.
let's do whatever you. Let's do women. I think we have Brandy Love. I mean, then there's like obviously there's
Jenna
Lisa.
Jameson.
There's Jenna Jameson is huge.
Yes, I actually just finally got to meet her. I have her tattoo on my butt.
Do you?
I stripped by the name Jenna. I loved her.
What does that mean? Your tattoo on her butt?
She had the Heartbreaker tattoo.
Can we see it?
I ain't got no panties on. I mean,
It goes beep. Okay, we saw
we
it.
can turn this on Out and About After Dark.
Yeah.
I actually got to meet her at the Chicago
Yeah.
Exotica, and we follow each other. But she was the one where it was like she's the goat.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just like her because I like fearless humans.
Yep.
People that are just kind of like they don't care,
Right.
and I love that. And she's definitely one of them. Yeah, she's probably needs to be number one.
Jenna Jameson.
Yeah.
Brandy Love.
Oh, and then Brianna Banks. She was
Banks.
she was another one where I watched like her scenes over and over, and I was just in love with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Pinky?
Oh, Pinky with the big booty. Yes.
Pinky's goated. I feel like Pinky is goated.
Oh, yes.
In her own way.
Yeah, she's another one. Christy Canyon, I love her too.
Christy Canyon.
She's another like super like old school girl.
You like
yeah.
the old school.
Now I do. I follow this this Twitter account. It's called like 90s porn, and it's just so old and poorly shot, but it's like
the best.
It's so hot. It's just so raw and real. Like now it's kind of like all they really care about is what they can create a GIF out of.
Yeah,
or
I want to
whatever.
see someone like fiddle the camera before. I don't want to I want to see someone like fix it. I don't want like studio work. I feel like Vinny has some questions. He's trying to get off his tongue here.
You're so good looking too, but he's
Vinny's
kind of like
so
making me
good-looking.
nervous.
Yeah, I should have tossed it to Vinny earlier because I feel like he probably has some questions.
I don't know. I wish I remembered something you said before that I had a question about, but now I can't remember.
Squirting? What were we talking about?
Oh, you lit up when you were talking about that.
It was when you were saying pissing was illegal.
Yes.
What about it was illegal?
I think just
It's like indecent something or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, pissing and scat and bestiality. Yeah,
Now,
you
scat
can't be
play.
showing none of that. Or
Now she-
blood, no blood,
Now she's an
nothing like
undetectable
that.
scat sub, as we remember.
Yeah, no blood, no nothing.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Joey and I are going on tour and tickets are on sale right now.
Make sure to go to nowshewilltour.com right now to get your tickets.
Johnny Sins.
Oh yeah,
You've slept with him.
So good.
Yeah.
He's so good. He gave me my first G-spot orgasm, and I remember it like I was just I was
shut up, Mints.
ruined after that. I was like, oh.
So
I
it does
loved him.
exist.
Oh yeah. But now, like, Johnny's like so big. Like now, I'm like, I like average guys. We talked about this.
Yeah, you did. You like a 5-inch dick.
Yeah, good 5-inch. That's all I need.
Oh, my Lord.
I'll even take 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, that's great news for Joey.
Yeah. He's Italian. I bet he's got a hammer.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. No, he jokes about it all the time. I'm trying to think. What else before we actually record with Joey? What else do we have to? What are you like plugging? Like, where are you going? Like, you have all your featured dances coming up.
I do. I'm going to Denver again very soon. Mother's Day weekend. They're bringing their favorite MILF in.
I love that so much.
I love it too. I love it too. And then I signed my contract with Doc Johnson for my own stroker mold, and I was hoping I was going to have it so I could bring
What
you
is
one.
Doc Johnson?
It's like a fleshlight.
And they take a mold of your vagina.
They took a mold of everything.
Do they go in your vagina to like?
No, but like pieces of it got in. But let me tell you, so I have a bit of a bush just on top.
Yeah.
And I
No,
felt
she's a bush queen.
I'm a bush queen. Let me tell you, it felt like I was giving birth when they took that cast off. Like I was literally just bracing. I was like, oh my God.
How long did they put it on?
Maybe like 20 minutes,
Oh
but it was just pulling on the hair, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is like the worst bikini wax.
And Doc Martin is the company that makes
Doc Johnson, yeah.
Doc Johnson. Doc Martin.
Doc Martin. They also do vaginas.
What are they? Pants? Are they
Shoes?
Yeah, they
It's like Doc Martin.
But Doc Martin, they also do vaginas.
You should send some of your vaginas to the office.
Oh my gosh, I would love to.
Would that be weird though? Like knowing that people here are fucking your
No,
vaginas?
I would love that.
All right.
Oh, you know who? By the way,
I'd love one. It's
you
been
know
a minute
who
since
else
I've been
is
in the
like
lady
an
pond.
honorary mention who I think is just adorable is Tommy Smokes. He
Oh,
would be
Smokes, yeah.
perfect for like my OnlyFans. I'm like, how much money do you want?
How much would you give Tommy Smokes to do your OnlyFans?
25, maybe 50.
50 grand?
Yeah.
You would give Tommy Smokes 50 grand cash to fuck you on OnlyFans.
Ooh, hold on. Let me think about this. Yeah, maybe. If he would let me, I would have to show his face though, because people wouldn't believe me.
How much?
I wish I could get Joey.
How much for no face with Tommy?
Oh, no face. Yeah, then people probably wouldn't believe me. Maybe like $5 grand.
5 grand. I'll tell you what.
$5,000.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good deal.
$5,000.
Well, you should send him one of your fleshlights.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
can you call it a fleshlight?
I can't call it a fleshlight, but
Okay.
I could definitely send him one of my strokers. And once I get
Strokers.
it, I totally will.
Do you think
I want to send one to Joey.
you should? Joey would do it in a heartbeat.
I love it. You said
trying
in
to
a heartbeat.
Literally in a heartbeat. I'm trying to think what else. Like,
Joey's just, I adore him. I adore both of you guys.
well, we love you. Thank you for coming in.
You know, I was excited because you and I feel like as soon as you said that one time on Twitter about the quiet car on the train,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Pat and I just
Yeah.
feel like you and I just get it. What's your sign? What are you?
I'm a Leo.
Oh, okay.
Surprise! It's like I'm sitting with Joey. What's your sign?
Yeah.
What's your sign?
Cancer.
What is? Are they compatible?
Yeah, I'm a water sign, so I get along with everybody. I'm like
Okay.
Switzerland. I get along with everybody.
And I'm a fire sign, so I get along with no one.
You don't seem like a Leo, though.
What did Leo seem like?
They're kind of like feisty.
I think
A lot
I'm
of the
feisty.
Leos I know are just kind of feisty, kind of like dickish, and you're like the opposite.
We just got to get to know each other, Richelle. Talk to Vinny. We just got to get to know each
Oh,
other.
okay.
Oh yeah.
No, you just seem so like quiet and chill.
Well, I'm
just
professional.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I gotta hang out with you like off camera.
I do
then.
want to go in. I want to go out with you in Vegas. Like, I want to come out and visit
please.
you.
Oh my gosh.
We
please.
wouldn't stay at your house because I do feel like people are always like, oh, not that you invited us, but like we would get our own. We enjoy would go. We get our hotel and we could go out to clubs. We could be done by like 11:30 at night. We'll go home, be in bed, hydrate, wake up the next day. It'll be a dream.
You and I would so
Yes.
get along on that because that is so me. But I would love that. When Joey was there, like I said, I literally caught him
Yeah.
on his last day. But let me tell you, he's a blast. He was just drinking double Tito and sodas.
God.
But let me tell you, out of all of us, he would wander off and get his own little table and he'd be dancing.
I am
keeping
sure he
himself
would.
uppity. But like he had his wits about him.
Yeah.
Like he did not lose it. Like he wasn't.
Nana will perk up after 1 a.m. Nana will wake. Nana
He
will
didn't
wake
get
up.
sloppy or nothing. Like
Oh,
yeah.
he doesn't. Joey doesn't get sloppy.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't. Do you get sloppy?
Oh my God, it's been years.
I don't think I've been sloppy. I think the one time I was sloppy was when we did our Nashville show last year. Afterwards, I was so tired. I went out. I was like drunk, but I don't really get like.
I don't let myself get drunk. And it's funny, all my friends are like, I've never seen you drunk. And I'm like, I won't let myself get like that.
Yeah.
Like, mama's got to work the next day.
Exactly. It's like
Yeah.
I have wet brain. I don't
And
want to do it.
I feel like too now, I'm always afraid of like somebody catching me slipping. I'm like, you will never catch me. My feet could be crying in heels. I am never taking those heels off and walking barefoot.
Why don't
ever.
you only wear heels always ever?
I do like it because I'm so short, Pat. I'm 5'3".
My
I'm a little
grandmother
munchkin.
wore heels all the time to the point where when she took them off, when she had to, because she was going to a nursing home, her calf muscles had shrunk. So she would walk on her tippy toes because she wore heels for literally
Oh,
like
no
60
way.
years. That's going to be you.
Oh, wow. My grandma always told me what a woman needs to wear is heels and a smile.
Heels and a
Heels
smile.
and a smile, yep. My grandma's like a little mini little Dolly Parton.
I love
She's
that.
so cute. She wears her little wig and all of her makeup. She's so cute.
Well, I think that's a good place to end. Heels and a smile. Ladies, you heard it here first. Heels and a smile and Richelle Ryan's Doc Martens fleshlight.
Yes.
And the thing, Richelle, I love you. You're the best.
Thank you so much for having me. I was so excited.
Thank you for coming. And when I come to New York or when I come to Vegas, we're going to do our nice early
Please.
party.
Yes.
We're home at midnight.
Nice
It'll be
dinner,
great.
drinks,
Yes.
lounge. I'd love that.
I love it. Everyone, you guys know where to find Richelle, but make sure you check her out. And Richelle's going to be on Large's show. You're doing Large's show right now?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my dad.
Large is your dad.
That's dad. I think that's all of our dads.
Oh, yeah. You have
Did you
to-
see his son?
I did. I don't even, you know what? I'm actually going to stop it right here, the sun conversation, because I know Large is going to talk about it with you.
Oh,
And he
okay.
doesn't, and and I don't want to ruin it for him. So
He's hot.
Largest son is hot. Oh God, I can't even say that.
Oh.
I can't say that.
He's 19 though. I was kind of like, ooh, like I like him when they could like at least drink with me and like not order with a fake ID.
Oh well,
at the
if he's
bar.
largest son, he's booze. I think Joey ran into him in a club. Yeah,
I
but
love it.
check out Richelle there. You guys know where to find Richelle. We love her to death. And also, Atlanta is coming up in 2 days. Okay, we're almost sold out. Get tickets, nowshewill.tour.com. We'll see
Atlanta.
you guys on Friday.